All right, let's get started. So today's going to be a very easy flow. I really want to focus on these hips. We're going to get to the outside of the hips, to the inside of the hips, inside of the hips. This is your adductors, right? So hip flexors. So I want us to get a little warmed up before we go into an expression of mermaid pose later on after we get a little warmed up. So let's get started. All right, so have a nice comfy seat. Kind of cross your legs, but have one foot in front of the other. It's one of my favorite hip openers. Untuck the meat of your bum and just pause. Close your eyes. Let's connect to our breath. And inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale. Nice. And restrict the back of your throat so it sounds like you're fogging up a window. So just continue to do that, connecting to your breath. Set your intention for your practice today. Deep breath in. And open mouth, exhale. Nice. Go ahead and butterfly open your eyes. Inhale, lengthen your torso. And then having one foot in front of the other. So let's start with the right foot in the front of the left foot. Exhale, reach for the top of your mat. You're going to feel this stretch right on that outside right hip. So, excuse me. I feel it kind of close to my bone as well too. So we're kind of in attachment sites, just a little bit. Not all the way, but attachment sites is where the muscles attach. And those places can get pretty tight, especially in the area where the muscle is active. Inhale, come back to center, and let's switch our legs left in front of right, still keeping your legs crossed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Oh yeah, this feels good on my left hip here. All right, inhale, come back to center. Let's bring our feet right on front. Sorry if my feet are dirty right now. Untuck the meat of your bum. Again, have a generous bend in your knees first. Toes are gonna be pointed up. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, reach for your toes. We're just gonna reset that spine really quick. Feel the lengthening happening in your spine. Breathe into that lovely sensation. Straighten your legs. Inhale. And exhale, reach for your shins, ankles, toes, wherever you're at today. Shoulders away from your ears though. Trying not to curl your spine. We want to have a nice flat back when we're in our seated forward fold. So today I'm at my shins today, I think because I'm a little tight today. Inhale, come back to center. And let's bring our left foot into the inside of our right leg. Let's have our foot in front of us first. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, reach as far as you can for that right foot. So we're getting into the hamstring, maybe even in the calf. And maybe you're able to reach a little bit further with one leg in. So little tiny wins right there, right? Inhale, come back to center. Let's bring this foot out. So it's kind of like you're making a check mark with your legs. Inhale, lengthen again. And exhale, we're kind of coming to the side and reach for the inside of your foot or your shin, wherever you're at, but stack these shoulders right on top so you're opening up your chest. And you should feel the slight stretch right in that inside thigh right there. Maybe you feel a little into your calf as well too. Oh, this feels so good. Inhale, come back to center. Let's switch sides. So start with your left foot right out in front. So you're making a figure four. Inhale, lengthen, of course. Exhale, reach for those toes. Same thing, keeping your torso nice and straight. Shoulders away from your ears. So a lot of times we kind of come up here with our ears at our shoulders at our ears. Roll those shoulders back and down. Go ahead and release that left foot. Make that check mark with your legs. Kind of get yourself set up. If you need to remove the meat of your bum again, do any adjustments as gracefully, hopefully it's more graceful than me right now. Inhale and exhale. Reach for that inside. Stack your shoulders, the inside of your foot, and then stack your shoulders. Might feel a little stretch right there in that low back. So you feel it in the low back. You feel it right there on the inside. And if you don't, that's okay. Maybe this is just not the stretch where you feel that. It's all good. Go ahead and release. And roll over your legs, coming into a tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees. And let's cat-cow it up really quick. Let's warm up the spine. So inhale, drop your belly, open the heart, lift your gaze. Pause here for just a moment or flow back and forth. It's entirely up to you how you want to do your practice today. Exhale, round your spine to the sky. Press through the mat. Drop your head. Don't force your chin to your chest. Just let your head dangle. Maybe even sway your head side to side. Whatever feels good. And then when you're ready, if you're not already doing this, just flow back and forth from cat to cow. Oh yeah. Just feel the body kind of waking up. This is a really good thing to do right when you wake up. Oh, just lubricating those little vertebrae in there. I always say it like that, like with a weird accent. Little vertebrae. I don't know why I say it like that. And just a couple more rounds. Back and forth. And come back to center. Oh yeah, nice. 1 foot at a time. Come to your feet. Make sure they are hip width apart. Straightening your legs. You're in a forward fold. Your fingertips are on the mat. Shins, ankles, wherever you're at. We're just kind of getting a nice little stretch in these hamstrings, maybe into your calves. You can do your ragdoll, interlacing your thumb into your elbow pit, swaying yourself side to side if you'd like. If not, if that's not in your practice today, then just don't do it. Nice. All right, release your hands down to the mat or wherever they fall. Inhale, lengthen or halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, come on up. Nice. Inhale, bring your hands up high. And exhale, we're going right into a chair pose. So hands can be at your heart center. You're bending your knees. Make sure you can see your toes over your feet. Over your knees. Make sure you can see your toes over your feet. That's a good one, right? So we're sitting in a quarter squat here. We're just trying to get that nice little swirl of movement or energy around our body. So creating some heat as well. So we're going to be here for another 50 breaths. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're not going to be here for 50 breaths. Let's do 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Go ahead and straighten your legs. Come into a Tadasana mountain pose. And take a deep breath in. And open mouth, exhale. If that was a little bit of a challenge, that's all right. We're going to do it one more time. Anyways, let's go back, or let's step to the top of our mats as I stutter my words. Shift into that left foot. Left foot forward, right foot back. We're in a high lunge. And then inhale, bring your hands up high. Nice and slow. We don't need to go hard. We're just trying to warm up the body, warm up these hips. And then swoop these hands back, palms facing down. Kind of reach your torso towards your front quad there. So we're in a high flying lunge. Shoulders back and down, just creating some more heat here. Deep breath in. Exhale. Nice. Inhale, swoop your hands up. Pause here, crescent lunge. Nice. Float your hands down to your side as gracefully as possible. Let's bring this front leg to meet your left foot. Shift into that right leg, right foot forward, left foot back. We're in our high lunge. So you're gonna feel a stretch. If your hips are really tight today, you're gonna feel that stretch on the back front hip. So for me, I feel it into my hip flexor, a little bit into my quad as well too. Inhale, bring your hands up high. And then exhale, bring your torso close to that front quad. Fly your hands back, shoulders away from your ears, palms facing down. Creating that heat. Deep breath in. And exhale. Nice. Deep breath in. Exhale. One last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, swoop these hands up. And then bring these hands right to your side. Space noises are important. Go ahead and bring that left foot up to meet your right leg. Shake out your legs if you need to. We're gonna do that one more time. This time we're gonna do more of a flow. Inhale, bring your hands up high. Exhale, chair pose. If you wanna make your chair harder, come down a little bit deeper if you want. Entirely up to you. Otherwise, just stay at that quarter squat. I'm gonna stay at a quarter squat. Quarter squat, half squat. That's what you gotta do. Deep breath in and exhale. And one more. And exhale. Nice. Straighten your legs. Left foot forward, right foot back. Inhale, bring your hands up high, crescent lunge. And then exhale, float these hands back, palms facing down, torso touches your quad. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, bring your hands up high, and then float them back down. Meet your right foot to meet your left. Right foot forward, left foot back. Inhale, reach your hands up. And then exhale, creating that heat. Palms back, torso touching your quad. Nice. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, float these hands back up, and then float them to your sides. Meet together, shake out your quads. I don't know about you, but that was a lot of heat. Inhale, bring your hands up high. Exhale, fold forward. Pause here for just a moment. Maybe pedal out your forward fold, lifting one heel at a time. Just kind of giving these legs a little bit of a rest. And let's inhale, come halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, come on up. Nice. We're gonna come parallel onto our mat, so if you wanna move your mats, go ahead. Otherwise, we're gonna bring our legs nice and wide. Inhale, hands high. And exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Nice. Right into those hammies. And yes, hammies, we want to try to stretch those out for the hips because everything is connected. Tight hips, tight hamstrings, vice versa. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to bend our right knee, walk your hands over to the right. You can come up to your tiptoe if you want, whatever feels really good. Press your right elbow into that right knee. Try to get right into that groin, into that right hip there. This leg, you can do whatever you want. If you want to bring that toe up and reach for those toes, you can do that too. That's going to get into those adductors. Adductors are the inside of your thighs, and they help you adduct. So bring your legs together. Nice. One more breath. Exhale. Nice. Straighten that right leg, walk your hands over to the left, bend that left knee. You can come to that tiptoe, but press that left leg out so that you're getting a nice little stretch into that groin right there. Feel any stretch? For me, my hip is like, ugh. It's like, no, it doesn't want to do that today. All right, let's go back to center. Straighten both legs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, walk your hands, bend your right knee over to the right. Press that right knee out. And if that's not in your practice today, then just stay right there. It's all good. Honor the level wherever your hips are, and don't let the ego get in the way. Let's straighten both legs. Walk your hands over to the left, bend that left knee. And for me, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm not gonna press this knee out because that last one, my hip was like, no, it's not gonna happen today. Nice. Let's inhale, come back to center, straighten both legs. Exhale, right into that wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stand on up. Nice. Heel toe your feet a little in. You can have your toes kind of out. We're coming into a basic squat, but we're going to start out with a half squat first as I pop my knee. So half squat here. So if you're not able to get it all the way down, when we go into the full expression, this is where you can stay if you want. We're going to press these elbows into the knees. So we're kind of doing a malasana or basic squat, yogi basic squat. But I wanted to give a modification for those that can't go all the way down. Nice. Shoulders back and down still, creating some heat still. And then straighten your legs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on up. Stand up. So we're going to shift ourselves a little bit more. Toes are going to be pointed out. We're going to full expression. So knees are going to track over the toes. So then we're getting into ankle flexion, right? And then come get your booty as far as you can down to the mat. I'm going to bring my feet in a little bit. And then pray that your hips don't pop out. And then bring your elbows to the inside of your knees there. Press into those hands. Straighten your torso. Try to look up versus down so you don't curl your spine. Straighten. Oh yeah, feels so good, right? Uh-huh. And then go ahead, straighten your legs. Exhale, fold forward. Nice. Let's inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands down. We're going into a downward facing dog. So bring those feet back to the back of the mat. I should have told you, face the top of your mat. You're in your downward facing dog. Pump through your heels, pumping your dog. As I always say, pump, pump, pump it up. Your bum is up and back. Little micro bend in your elbows. And we're just getting into those calves, into those hammies, right before we go into our pigeon pose. So let's bring our left foot forward, but we're going to place that shin onto the mat. Make it as parallel as possible with the front top of your mat, or side of your mat, whichever way you're on your mat today. And then look behind you and make sure that the heel, your back heel, is in alignment with your bum cheek. If you need to put a block underneath your bum to kind of give you some balance, then go ahead and do so. But we're going to stay here in proud pigeon first. Have a slight flex in your bum, slight flex in your tummy. Today is Stuttering Sandy today. And we're in Proud Pigeon. So Proud Pigeon is when you're on your hands. It's actually one of my yoga teachers taught us this name. I don't know if it's the official name, but that's what we're calling it. So after your muscles feel nice and settle up, let's come down as far as you can down towards the mat. So if you're at a block, you can use a block, whatever feels good. If that feels good, always make sure that your shoulders are away from your ears. And then if you're all the way down, you can place your forehead on your hands, on the mat, wherever you're at. The deeper you come down towards the mat, the deeper you're going to get into that left, right hip. So I'm going to come down to my forearms today. So we're just staying here for a nice little deep stretch. Deep breath in and exhale. Nice. Let's do one more breath. Deep breath in and exhale. Let's come up to a proud pigeon. Now, if you need to come out of the pigeon, go ahead and do so. Circle that leg around however you need to. Otherwise, just stay in pigeon. That back leg, we're going to pump this leg up. Once, and then twice, and then one more time. So what I want you to do is you can come up to your fingerprints if that's what helps you come up. This right arm is going to come back, touch that heel. If that's where you're at today, holding on to that left leg, cool. If you can come a little bit deeper, we're going to get a little more into that quad. Maybe a little hip flexor, but it's mostly quad. Little flex in your belly, takes pressure off of the back, and voila, you're doing mermaid, sort of. Go ahead and release. And let's come into a tabletop. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips, and then circle this leg around, your left leg especially. One direction, and then the opposite direction. Stretch it out, make nice, and then plant your hands down. Tuck your toes. Deep breath in, exhale, downward facing dog. Pump through your legs so that we're still making nice with that left leg, because then we're going to bend that right leg. All right, after you've done a little pump you up, let's bring that right leg forward. Place the shin onto the mat. Untuck those back toes. Get yourself nice and settled. Look back. Make sure that heel is in alignment with your bum cheek back there. And then again, if you need to put that block underneath to help you feel balanced, don't be shy. Put the block there. It is okay. And if this isn't in your practice today, it's all good. I'm going to give you a little modification. I should have given this in the beginning, but modification will be shin is parallel, you're on your bum, and then you can come forward. So this is a modified pigeon pose. Otherwise, come into your pigeon. We're staying in proud pigeon first. Right onto your fingertips. Gaze is forward, chest is open. And then when you're ready, come down as far as you want. Forearms, coming down to your forearms, or all the way down to your forehead. Whatever feels good. I'm going to stay on my forearms. I'm going to keep even with both sides. And let's just take a couple breaths here. Maybe about 5 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. You can feel that outside right hip opening up right now. We're getting into that gluteus maximus. And let's go ahead and come up to our proud pigeon. So come to your hands. If you need to get out of this pose, by all means, get out of the pose, no worries. And then let's pump that back foot there. So flex that left foot, bring it up once, and then twice, and then thrice. That's a good little name, right? You're gonna bring this left hand back behind you. Try to reach for that heel or foot, wherever you're at in your practice today. Don't push yourself into a pose just to prove something to somebody. It's not necessary. It really isn't. I'm not trying to impress because I know that I'm not very graceful in some poses. I own it. All right, we're getting into that quaddy in that left leg there. Let's do one more breath. And exhale. Nice. Go ahead and release that left leg. Remove any blocks. Come down into your tabletop, stacking your shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees, and let's circle that right leg around. Ooh, this right leg was like, yeah, let's get out of that pose. Circle, circle, circle. You can feel a nice little gush of blood go down to the toes. Nice. And then let's go ahead and have a nice seat. You can sit cross-legged, whatever feels good. And let's close our eyes really quick after you get nice and comfortable. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Release any frustrations you might have with your hips. Thank you so much for coming to Yomo with Sandy.